Hey, what's going on? I'm back. I don't know what's going on with this streaming. Uh, you know, I have no idea what's going on with it. But hopefully it could work. And this gonna be my last time trying to go live. I don't know, cause I was looking at the numbers and I'm like, wait, it looks kind of funny. Cause it was kind of like slow, lagging or whatever have you. But I don't know. Anyway, like I was saying, like to um get rid of like the negative self-talk that, we have, uh is to start to become aware of, you know, the negative thoughts that you are having, right? You have to start to notice it. And I was saying is that what you can do is kind of get like a recorder and start to record yourself saying the most common negative things that you're saying to yourself, and like hear it like, okay, this is what I'm actually saying to myself, right? Or another way you could do is like write it out. You feel what I'm saying? Write it out. Um you want to write out those negative thoughts, right? So you could kind of like really allow yourself to be conscious and aware, like, well, damn, I'm saying this to myself, right? And it's just like another thing to challenge is, where did this come from? How did I start talking to myself like this? When did this originate? Right? So those are some things to start to kind of like really uh force yourself to get into this space where you think like, yo, where the hell did this come from? Right? And a great exercise to do is to kind of like start to kind of like uh write some of that stuff out, right? And this right here, this exercise will be definitely draining. I know it was draining when I did it. Like I felt like I was like it felt draining, very draining, because it was like so negative. I had to really think about like where did this come from, right? And sometimes the realization of knowing that, okay, this derived from an experience that I've had from many years ago, or this arrived from a traumatic experience I had, or this arrived from someone saying this, and this is a direct reaction of how I felt. You feel what I'm saying? Because, sometimes it's so difficult. Well, I know for some people, not everybody, sometimes it's so challenging to think like that there could be negative or evil people out there. Some people do things just so that you can have a certain reaction that they want from you, right? And if you are in a space where, you know, nothing could phase you, you're not going to have that kind of reaction to it, right? But this is not really about anyone else. I don't want people to really shift their focus on, okay, they're the problem. No, it's all about you getting to the root of why, you know what I'm saying, you feel like this, or you experiencing that. Being very truthful and honest with yourself. I know it's people out there who can't really be, honest with themselves and be lying about everything, right? Not only are they lying to other people about the experiences that they having, but they lie to themselves. Now, whatever you do, be honest and real with yourself, yo. Straight like that, right? There's people out there, they be pretending, like I was saying earlier. Well, not on this video, the other stream or whatever, because that stream wasn't really, I don't know what the hell was going on with that. It just completely shut down. I don't know. I'm gonna um I'm gonna make this a real brief stream It's not gonna be long because that whole thing just made it just like, oh goodness, what's going on with this? So I don't even know if it's recording, to be honest with you. I don't know, but just kind of like getting to the root of it and trying to be as honest with yourself and authentic with yourself, right? Because yeah, we could play fake, lie to everybody or we want to, or you know what I'm saying, whatever it is, you feel what I'm saying? Because it is what it is. I'm not gonna be on here and be fake, right? Because that's one thing I'm not gonna do. If you even lie to people, make sure you being super honest with yourself, right? Some people make a whole career out of lying, okay? They be acting. Actors, you know what I'm saying? Like they be acting, they be pretending, right? Some people have to pretend and act in their life, you know what I'm saying? Because they have to make a living, right? They not authentically themselves, you know what I'm saying? But when you laying down by yourself and you're in your head, or when you just thinking, or when you just, you know what I'm saying, or just spending a day with yourself, or an hour or 10 minutes, whenever you have time to kind of spend with yourself, right? Because we all, you know what I'm saying, we all got responsibilities and stuff, right? Sometimes we only got 20 minutes to spare to ourselves, you know what I'm saying, when we taking a bath, or when we, cooking, you feel what I'm saying? Or when we engaging and stuff like that, you have time to, just reflect on certain things and being honest and really kind of like checking in with yourself, right? I know I have to do that sometimes, right? I be having to just be like, okay, let me just be real with my emotions right now and how I'm feeling. Or, like when I be feeling like, oh, okay, well, this person is telling me this, but I know they full of shit, but I'm gonna play along with it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just be like, yo, I'm not even gonna argue. I'm gonna play along with this. Cause it's like I feel like once you be in a space where you could be authentically real with yourself, you could see through the BS, and it doesn't make it more right or more truthful, more honest when you like, oh, address the situation. Because I honestly feel like there's certain things I don't have to never ever address to know what's real or what's fake, right? Does If you tell somebody that you had a bad day, or you not feeling good, or you was crying, or you was experiencing this, does that make it less real for you or more real for you? No, it's still your emotions. What you sometimes you do is open it up for other people to know, but everybody got problems. And a lot of times people don't care about what you're going through. Right? You ever had a friendship where it's like you are always hearing your friends' problems, but you never talk about your problems, but you have the most, when you really sit down and think about it, like, well, damn, I'm going through all this stuff, and she's just complaining about, you know what I'm saying, not being able to buy a Louis Vuitton bag, you know what I'm saying, or some crazy shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Getting mad that she waited in line for a pair of Jordans, and time, you know what I'm saying? She got into the front of the line, they was all out. Like, I'm just trying to compare, like, you know, the it's not that deep. Like you complaining because the person who was supposed to do your nails stood you up. You know what I'm saying? You had an appointment, they stood you up, they never, like petty stuff versus like real life stuff. Like, damn, I gotta pay my rent or I'm gonna get evicted type of stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, my man just took all the money and gambled it. Like, like shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm just saying, like, it's some certain stuff be just like, you stressing over that, but it's like, yo, That's where people are at. And sometimes some of these experiences could make you feel some type of way about yourself, right? Or sometimes you already felt how you felt about yourself, and it stems and it's deeper than what it is, right? Because there's some people out there, you know, you may look at them like, well, damn, they crazy, but they self esteem is high. They feel good about themselves. They, you know what I'm saying? They walking outside looking all wild crazy. Like you looking at them like they wild crazy. They outside doing what they gotta do, making sure that they family good, making sure that they making the money that they need to make, making sure that they not allowing no one to interfere with what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? But it's not really so much about like, comparing yourself to other people or anything like that, but it's more so about challenging the negative thoughts. You have to challenge it. Like you have to challenge negative thoughts. Like some people are not going to tell you, what you need to do. Some people sit on the phone with you and listen to you complain all day, but never tell you for once, like, yo, you need to come up with some type of solutions. Like, okay, you got evicted. Now what you gonna do? Okay, you lost your job. Now what you gonna do? Like, what's your solution? Like, okay, you graduated from school. Now what you gonna do? Okay, you got that promotion. Now what you gonna do? Like, it's just like certain actions that kind of like, follow with uh the different things that we're going through, whether it's negative or positive. You know what I'm saying? You could have a thought about it, right? Because some people do get promotions and they feel like they don't deserve it. They don't, you know what I'm saying? Then they, you know, it's just weird or whatever the case may be. But like when you think about like negative self talk, right? You have to challenge it and say like, okay, well, is this valid? Is this true? Is this really helping me right now? You know, me having this negative talk. Would I tell someone that I love this, what I'm telling myself, right? Because sometimes you could tell yourself something so negative, right? To the fact that it may feel like you in a verbal abusive relationship with yourself. You feel like, oh, okay, well, yeah, this thing, you know what I'm saying? Like if you was in a relationship with someone and they were saying the negative things that you're saying to yourself, would that be okay? You know what I'm saying? So those are things that you have to kind of like put into perspective, right? Because I know on my channel, I've talked about a lot of, DV. DV is abbreviation for like domestic violence. I spoke about different things like that, and I even though I tried to kind of like revert from it, but it's just like there's a lot of people that experience that, like so a lot of you guys that have been in DV relationship, what the abusive verbal abuse looks like. You should know, like the negative speaking, the down talking, gaslighting, making you feel crazy, making you even feel some type of way about yourself. Um, and a lot of that is geared towards making you not feel good about yourself, right? So it's like if you're no longer in that relationship, right? And, when it comes to yourself, should you be talking to yourself like that? Should you allow yourself to talk to yourself like that? Absolutely not. So that's why, it's important to um, get yourself to a place where you replace the negative self-talk, with positive self-talk. And a lot of that has a lot to do with the things we affirm to ourselves. Now, I've went on here and spoke about how you create, positive affirmations, but you have to you have to create some affirmations for yourself that's going to work for you. Okay? Um and there's, you could do some research on, that, or you could just, whatever the negative is, you create a positive for it. Okay? And that's something that you want to um do like repetitiously. Okay? Those are certain things that you want to kind of do like repetitiously. Say certain positive things to yourself to replace. Oh my God, keep hitting this thing. Like, come on, what's up? You know what I'm saying? I keep hitting it. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Like, y'all, I keep hitting this thing. But that's the work that you have to do with yourself. Like, I've done so many episodes on this, but I feel like it's needed because sometimes we have good days and sometimes we have bad days, and I'm noticing that a lot of people are still having incredibly worse days where you feel like you're not gonna make it, and that's when we have to really push ourselves to be a positive force within our lives. Not all the time people are going to be encouraging. Not all the time people are going to say things that are going to keep you moving forward. And sometimes when you have a negative self-talk, that could play a role on ultimately how you feel about yourself, and it could bring you down. you know you ever heard of this saying, a Debbie Downer? Like, you ever see someone that was so negative, you see the negative person coming, you go the opposite way, like, yo, I can't deal with this today. Right? Sometimes it be funny and sometimes it just be like, oh no. It's just like a cloud, a dark gloomy cloud. And sometimes that self negative talk could create that for us, and it's just like, to eliminate that, you have to identify it and then replace it. um Sometimes it takes time to release that, right, and replace it, but it's a matter of what you're doing on a consistent basis. You know what I'm saying? And because it's a crazy thing when you feel some type of way, you feel negative, right? And then somebody else come around you that's negative, or someone does something to you that you don't like. Like, I gave the example, like, people literally got in fights over, you know, you holding the door for somebody and they don't say thank you. Like, you really want to stomp out somebody because you held the door and they went through it and they didn't even acknowledge you and said thank you? Like, is that a reason to go to jail? Like, I don't think so. Like, absolutely not. That is so petty. But, some people be so angry and enraged. Like, you know what I'm saying? They allow, things to build up. It's, how you feel about yourself, and then, oh, someone did this. It's just like certain things is just petty. Like, you know what I'm saying? To me, I just think that certain things are just, petty. But I want to invite all of you guys to be a part of this free meditation group that I'm doing. It's absolutely free. It's called Meaningful Meditation. Um, I give it on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. But this group, right, this particular meditation group, only we meet once a month. Okay? Once a month we meet on a Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have to say that because it's not every Thursday, right? It's free for once a month, okay? And we meet for 30 minutes. Okay, like I keep saying, this group is absolutely free. Okay, and it's a chance for you guys to uh be able to quiet yourself and to kind of like tap into your mind, but also in a place where you releasing certain things. So yes, it's important for us to quiet the mind. Like your mind is constantly going, you know what I'm saying? Especially with the chatter. And if the chatter is negative, we want to get rid of that. And in order to do that, sometimes we have to sit still and quiet ourselves. So I invite all of you guys to be a part of this. If you are interested, go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com and sign up. Normally, I put, no matter of fact, it is a link, to my website. That's in the description if you guys want to be a part of it. But I encourage all you guys to sign up for it. Okay. And there's a lot of things that I'm going to be doing that's going to be new. But this next thing that I want to invite all you guys to sign up for is for the next live virtual call. It's going to be on December 5th at 8:45 p.m. It's titled Beautiful Transformation, Learn How to Tap into Your Personal Power. And this is going to be a powerful live virtual call, and it's and I invite all of you guys to be a part of it. If you want to learn more about it or sign up for it, definitely go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com and click Beautiful Transformation and sign up for it. So that's what I have going on. I appreciate you guys so much for being a part of um Beautiful Start podcast family. If this is your first time tuning in, definitely subscribe, like, and share. Yeah, I'm sorry about all the issues with this live tonight. I don't know, like 1 minute it was, I don't know what's going on, but hopefully you guys could kind of like go to you could go to the other live, because I did a live previously but it shut down, so you can listen to it in its entirety. But as for now, I'm going to be shutting this off. Thank you so much. I don't know, like it's something wrong with this, because I'm looking I don't know what's wrong with it. Um it's the stuff that's showing on the page is kind of like different. I don't know what the hell is this thing. Let me click this. Hold on, what's this? I don't know, but anyway, it's something going on with this. Actually, YouTube definitely updated their what is up with this? Um, so YouTube updated the whole streaming thing, so I have to get used to the new layouts or whatever have you. So hopefully you guys are okay. I don't know. That you could see what I see. Because on my end, I see Beautiful Star Podcast, but I don't know if you guys could see that little, the little